No. It was hopeful. It wasn't a lie. It was hopeful in it.
Many of us still think it was a bogus election.
It was a bogus election. They cheated at the polls, then they cheated in the counting of the votes, then they cheated in the counting of the electoral college votes. And they had to lie to the American people and make up a bunch of shit so they could forego any opposition to the count. The other party is supposed to be allowed to contest any votes, and yet because of the supposed storming of the White House, of the Capitol, they decided not to listen to any arguments about any of the votes. They counted them, and that was it. And that was bull. That's not the way it was supposed to be done. This is just ridiculous. And now all of these news media and these little talk shows, they're trying to incite more shit. And Joe Biden, he's up there trying to play to the African Americans, going, oh, if it was the Black Lives Matter group, none of this, it would have been handled differently. Yeah, nobody would have been arrested, and they would have gained more foothold as to they've been put down and they've been enslaved and they've been denied this and denied that. The American people have given them more, possibly, than they should have. Well, if this is what they're doing, then maybe we gave them too much freedom. No, I'm not a racist or anything. It's just none of them have ever been a slave. Their parents were not slaves. Most of their grandparents were not slaves. So where is it that they have been put down other than by their own people? By their own race.
Cynical arguments being made behind closed doors, and to your point about the truth, you have to be willing to tell people the truth, even if it's uncomfortable and even if it hurts you politically. Even if you get a primary challenge, is what you're saying.
Oh, bull.
I'm sure I'll have 1,000 primary challenges for what I said, but how long are we prepared to tell the American people that we didn't actually lose?
What am I watching?
And by the way, I've also worked at the state level with my colleagues to lay out a framework for how we can improve our voting processes. And I would encourage every individual state.
Fireline with Margaret Hoover. On channel 13, and it's a bunch of crap. I'd like to know how many votes of dead people were counted. How many dead people from the coronavirus voted. How many illegal aliens voted in our election. How many votes were sent from other countries from people that may be dead? But we can't check on that because they're living in another country or supposedly visiting another country. How many of those votes were counted? This election never should have taken place. It should have been postponed until after the coronavirus was over. Well, after the pandemic was over.
Everything else away is this. The left fights dirty. They don't abide by the rules. And the problem is we always do. So we have to fight dirty or we'll never win an election.
The Democrats haven't fought legal or right in a long time. They fight for themselves and their money and their power. Joe Biden, with his little speech, has been inciting more shit than they're going to talk about. They won't talk about any of it. They'll wait until
Challenging the vote is part of the Constitution.
Yes, it is. Challenge. That's what the word I kept looking for and couldn't.
Challenging the vote is part of the Constitution.
But they don't want to read that part of the Constitution.
No, they only want to read the parts that justify their means.
Yeah. Wake up, America. They're after your rights. They want you to be the slaves. Better wake up before it's too late. Our rights are in danger.